Internet Pulp presents Progress and Instincts.
Alright, and the reason I chose to title this Progress and Instincts is because I've been watching a lot of You to Live By videos on YouTube, and they speak about instincts, and they say that you gotta go out and seek them. That's what the instincts want you to do. Go out and try. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm the one in black. I'm going out and trying, even though I barely know what I'm doing at this stage. This was a few years ago. I don't even know what a cross is. I don't know what a jab is. I don't know I know how an uppercut looks like. I don't know how to execute one. I don't know how to keep my hands up. I don't know anything about footwork. And I've taken a few more classes since then, and I've been able to amplify the amount of context that I can handle in one of these situations. And that's what it's all about. If you want to identify with an ability, if you want to overcome threats and actualize yourself in a sport or any realm where you relate to people, what you got to do is you got to, step one, go out and seek the instincts and take note of how calibrated or not calibrated you are to the instincts, to their impulses. You'll know because of how frustrated you feel. If you feel really frustrated, how frustrated or how content you feel. If you feel really frustrated, it's because your instincts are frustrated. You didn't listen to them, and therefore they're pissed at you pretty much. They gave you all these subtle impulses that you completely disregarded. And if you experience life or the event in the way that your psyche wanted it to be experienced, then you'll have a sense of wholeness at the end. So at the end of this training session, although I had fun and I learned a lot and I applied some things that I wanted to apply, some technical information, my psyche still told me. It was like I interpret this as my psyche telling me this phenomena in my left abdomen, like this energy was saying, like, we could have listened to the impulses more and had a much better experience. And I think this interpretation is correct, because as soon as I deduced that that's what was going on, that energy went away. But who knows, you know? Who really knows? Well, the genome knows. The genome knows a lot more than you. It's tuned into the field of information. So when I go home, my plan is to enter a trance state where I can disassociate, where I can let my conscious mind relax from its role of relating to people, of fighting people. Just relax. And when it disassociates, it can actually open itself up to be almost edited by the genome, so it can be modified to receive more context through this thing called affect. Affect is like the wave through which the instincts carry messages to and from the unconscious. So the unconscious wants to say something to the conscious mind, it uses affect, it uses instincts. So yeah, you got me there. I didn't listen to the instinct there. And this is way worse, though. Look at this. This is way, way worse. Look at that. What a menace. Terrible sparring partner here. I wouldn't want to spar with myself in the past. Yet I'm glad people still did, you know? People still said, you know what? Screw it. This guy actually knew how to box or something. He told me that he had won a championship or something right before we sparred. So that's why I'm all jittery, I think. But really, it's because I don't have the context of what to do here. I can't really hear what the instincts are trying to tell me. I haven't opened up the gamma of bandwidth to understand. And I'll give you an example. My friend from the beginning with the yellow shirt, he'd explain a concept to me, fighting concept, you know, try to drill something with me, and I could tell that in his mind the information was like 1 terabyte. It was like 1080p or 4K. And whenever I received it, I felt really dumb. It's like I was getting this like 144p MPG, cheap version of the information. That's because I didn't have those channels open between my unconscious and my conscious mind. I didn't have that bandwidth to be able to carry all that information at once. The more you go out and seek the instincts, and the more you let yourself disassociate and receive more information, pretty much if the psyche deems it appropriate for you to learn what it is you gotta learn, you will learn it. You have to be allowed to understand. So until you are allowed to understand by your own unconscious, will you understand? That's why it's important to place yourself in these states where you disassociate and you just let the psyche be experienced how it wants to be experienced. And the more you practice that, the more you can apply it in everyday life, including boxing. Look at that. A little better.